A circle with center 6, 0, pass through the point 2, negative 3. Find the equation of the circle. If you need to draw a little bit, it's okay. So this is C, the center, which is 6, 0. Okay, and then you have a point here. 2 should be behind, yeah? And 2, negative 3 should not be here. Actually, it should be here. Because 6, 0 is here. 2, negative 3. Okay, so obviously I need to find out what's the radius. So I use the length formula to find the radius. Square root of, you see, very common one. 6 minus 2 square plus 0 minus 0 plus 3 square. Doesn't matter the plus or the minus actually. Oh, it does. But whatever it is, 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 square. Again, 4 square, 3 square. So you know radius is 5 already. Okay, so therefore, equation of circle is x minus 6 square plus y minus 0, you don't need to write, so just plus y square equals to radius square, so that will be 25. Okay, so first part usually easy. Next part, they say that the y equals to mx intersect the circle. Okay, this is part 1. Part 2, I have a line y equals to mx intersect the circle at 2 points. So when you see intersect the circle at 2 points and you want to find the range of values for m, first thing, you don't know what to do yet. Whenever you have y equals something, always sub in first. Do the simultaneous equation first. So I sub 2 into 1. You may not know what to do with the question. It's okay. But when you have too many unknowns, you got y, you got x, you got m, always replace the y first. Okay? I will have x minus 6 square plus mx bracket square equals to 25. Then now you will realize that x squared minus 12x plus 36 equals to m square x square, sorry, plus m square x square equals to 25. So you come to here. Then you read the question again. Question says meets at 2 points. Okay, plus 11, I think. 36 minus 25, yeah, equals to 0. Meets at 2 points. So, since line meets curve at 2 points, what other topic we learned has intersection at 2 points, and then with an m unknown, with an x unknown? That would be my discriminant. Okay, so b squared minus 4ac is greater, equal, or smaller to 0? Greater than 0. In case you all forget, so always remember b squared minus 4ac come from where? Come from your quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. It comes from here. So if you want to have 2 answers, this one must be greater than 0. Then you can, when you square root, then you can have plus minus. That's why you can have 2 answers. If you want 1 answer only, then it's equals to 0. So that when you square root 0, there's no value here. This one will be out. This is the only answer. Okay, so over here we have it. Negative 12 b squared minus 4. A should be 1 plus m squared. C is 11 equals to 0. Okay, please note that this kind will usually transit to become a quadratic inequality. Minus 44 minus 4m squared. Sorry, it should not be equal to 0. It should be greater than 0. Then I'll have 100 minus 4m squared greater than 0. The next right thing to do is to divide by what? Not just 4. Try to do quadratic inequality, right, with positive quadratic. So this is minus 4 squared. We should divide by negative 4. And when we divide by negative 4 on both sides, right? Okay, so this will become m squared minus 25. The sign must flip. Anyway, I made a mistake here. This should be this one should be 44. I remember it was an irrational number. 44. 44. Okay, so this will be 11. Okay, so if I want to put it into a double bracket, and you're expected to know this, it will be root 11, the m on the outside. Root 11 plus 5, root 11 m minus 5. Okay, algebraic rule number 3. So this would mean that, you know why I must make the m square u positive? So that when I draw my graph, it will always be u-shaped. I mean, of course, if you can do the n-shaped thingy, etc., it's okay. But I just want to eliminate any carelessness. Just follow this. Okay? So the root here would be negative 5 over root 11 and 5 over root 11. Okay, smaller than 0. Shade on top or shade below. Over here. So therefore, your m is in between 5 over root 11 and negative 5 over root 11. Okay, and this is your answer. For the range of m such that y equals to mx intersect the circle at 2 distinct points. Okay, so the next part of the question is, what if the line meet the circle at? So there's one more part that says that if the straight line is a tangent to the curve, so this is when b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. When line is tangent to the circle, okay, is b squared minus 4 equals to 0, right? You can only write all this. You can start at the point whereby, okay, which means that 100m squared minus 25 is equals to 0. Okay, so you will still actually get root 11m plus 5, root 11m minus 5 equals to 0. So m is equals to negative 5 over 11, or m is equals to 5 over root 11. So it is related one. And then for part 3, they ask you to find the coordinate. So you have y equals to 5 over root 11 x. Okay, so to find the point of intersection, just sub it in. Okay, which means x minus 6 square plus 5 over root 11 bracket x square equals to 25. The third part, when they ask you to find, okay, actually this one you have already done, which is actually at here. All right, so if you can see it there already, all you need to do is to write x square plus m is 5 over root 11 square x square minus 12x plus 11 equals to 0. Okay, then now we open up. X square plus 25 over 11 x square minus 12x plus 11 equals to 0. Okay, go and solve this. You can multiply by 11 first. Okay, so you have 6x minus 11 square. Then you put it back in. Y equals to 5 over root 11 times 11 over 6. 55 over 6 square root 11. Okay, rationalize. 55 root 11 over 66. Okay, this means that the coordinates are at 11 over 6, comma 5 root 11 over 6. When the line is the tangent to the curve, it means at only one point. So this is the coordinate. Alright. So the thing about circles is there's only two concepts actually. The first concept is how to find the center of the circle, how to find the radius of the circle by doing complete the square twice for both the x and y. The second one is the simultaneous equation. Sometimes the simultaneous equation can be a bit tedious. Alright. But just be very careful. Do your expansion properly. Put those that you're supposed to put in bracket properly. Okay, and then you'll be fine.